Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't done so, please hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Ring that notification bell, leave a comment. I really appreciate all the comments. It allows me to connect with everybody out there in a way that helps me grow and hopefully you're growing as well. This video I'm going to talk about the spiritual awakening. But first, I think it's a great idea to watch the first video that is in this series regarding grounding. Grounding is very important when you are becoming spiritually awake. Without grounding, you suffer a lot more when you go through your spiritual awakening. It's going to be much harder as you're waking up to the truth of the universe and your existence. So definitely I recommend ground. Even after you feel like you went through a spiritual awakening, continue to ground. You want to be connected to everything, and the earth is definitely part of that aspect of what you need to be connected to. Don't disregard that. It's extremely important. I've disregarded it in the past, and it's led to pain and suffering within my life. And I definitely don't want that for you. So what is spiritual awakening? Basically what spiritual awakening is when you are removing things that don't serve you, that are self-limiting beliefs and behaviors. Those behaviors were programmed within you through growing up in a society that is pushing different propaganda upon the masses. Religion is definitely something that is part of this. It's a institution that is confining you into a small paradigm. You don't want to live in an existence where you're stuck. You want to live in an existence where you're expanding. That's where infinite abundance comes in. You want to be infinitely abundant, but in order to do that, you're going to have to be expanding. Spiritual awakening, when you go through a spiritual awakening, it's much like the Tower card in tarot. The Tower card represents things falling apart within your life. And when these things fall apart, oftentimes they're very difficult, but they don't have to be. These don't have to be difficult if you understand and you have a knowing of what's going on. You have to be open-minded. That's one of the keys to spiritual awakening in a way that is not harmful to you. It's less stressful. I definitely recommend being open-minded when you are going through a spiritual awakening. There's lots of things out there that are in your psyche that were put in there, and they're not true to the universe and how it operates. The universe is an expanding force, and that's definitely proved in science. And you are an expanding spirit. That's why we go through many heartaches, hardships, is because of expansion. We're here to grow, we're here to create, we're here to make things. But while doing that, we're not supposed to be stuck in a confined way of thinking. That's what a lot of religion does. It tells you what to think and how you are to believe. And if you go outside of that, then you're going to look down upon. That's why many different religions, they break apart and form different religions. That way you're still stuck in that paradigm. Stay open-minded when you go through your spiritual awakening. Otherwise, you're going to suffer, and it's going to be very extremely hard. So basically what spiritual awakening is coming into your own truth, coming into your own power, understanding that we're all connected. The universe is expanding, you're expanding. There's different things that are in alignment, and you want to be part of that. You want to be part of being aligned with the universe and not fighting it. You want to grow with it. You don't want to be stagnant. If you are stagnant, the universe will have a way of pushing you along and forcing you to grow and to expand. That's just the nature of how the universe works. Now, definitely don't take my word for all this. This is not religion. This is not doctrine. This is just my viewpoint. You might have a different viewpoint on the universe, and that's great. I appreciate it, and I respect your opinion and what you're going through. We're all going through something different. It's very important not to get in a place where we're stuck. So I recommend learning, but don't following. Don't follow. Have your own opinion. Have your own mind. Spiritual awakening, it's a process. It's a process that can be very challenging, and most likely it is, because in this world we have been living a way that has been limiting for so long, for hundreds and thousands of years. Jesus, he came along and he really tried to open up people's eyes to religion and how restrictive it is. It didn't go so well for him, because others thought of him as a creature that was against God. But he proved that he wasn't. He proved that he was expanding. He was helping people on this earth. He was helping them to heal and to become prosperous, not financially, not with man's money, but prosperous in spirit. Very spiritual being. And it's kind of ironic that a religion was formed around him. It's ironic that man decided to take his teachings and build a religion around Jesus. Now, again, I'm not bashing the religion of Christianity. I think it's a great stepping stone. I think it's a great stepping stone for people to become self-aware and to grow within the universe. The universe has so much more to offer than what you could find in the text. But definitely the text of the Bible is something that needs to be looked at, needs to be explored. But have an open mind. Don't get in a place where you're stuck in some religion by looking at it. It has a lot of value. It's a book that is very, very old. There's not many texts out there that you can look at that is as old as the Bible. With that being said, expand, continue to be open-minded, take in the universe. We are expanding beings, growing together, and we'll continue to do so because that is the nature of this universe, whether you choose to or not. So with that being said, I definitely recommend that you become in an alignment with all that is, that all that was, with the universe that is expanding, and start reaching out to individuals that maybe went through a spiritual awakening. Because at some point it's going to happen to your spirit. You're going to be expanded, and if you haven't been expanded, you're going to be forced to. Even myself, I feel like I've went through an expansion period, a spiritual awakening, but I know that my spirit's going to receive more of that further down the road. And it very well could be very hard for my being once again. But rest assured that on the other side, there's an experience that it's worth it. the struggle's worth it. So keep on working on your spiritual awakening. Keep on expanding. Keep being open-minded. And join all of us that are doing the same thing. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope that it was enlightening in some way to you. Please let me know in the comments if there's something that you feel like I missed with the spiritual awakening, and maybe leave a little bit of advice as to your experiences, as to what you learned and what you went through. I really appreciate all your comments, and thank you so much again for watching. May you be blessed in your daily walk and find that path to enlightenment. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.